Okay, we're going to ride the Cross Florida Greenway trail from Santos, hopefully to State Road 200. Never done this before. I don't know if this old man has the stamina or if my butt can take that long a ride, but that's the goal. On my 40-year-old Ross mountain bike, converted to a turn-down bar gravel bike. We'll go out the campground entrance here and turn left and up by the restrooms and hit the trailhead. Looks like a lot of people out today. On your left. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, this is the trailhead. I know we cross several roads and a lot of bike trails. Mountain bike trails, horse trails, all kinds of trails. We got quite a long downhill to start with. Those of you that watched my video I shot here last year, that was on this bike, but I think it was before I converted it to the e-bike. Morning. Morning. On your left. And this is the long downhill. Picked up a new saddle at Santos bike shop yesterday afternoon. Put it on. Had to change the seat post too. Part of the problem was Perennial kept going to sleep at about 20 miles. And of course, the surrounding areas would follow shortly afterwards. And I really like that saddle. I had that Ergon SM Comp, very expensive saddle. But because I have it on all three of my bikes, the e-mountain bike and the hardtail also. And if I go on a long ride with the mountain bike like I did yesterday, I did 23 miles. A Perennial would go to sleep like at about 12-15 miles. Morning. So anyway, I got this saddle. It's a little different one. It's got all kinds of gizmos. It's supposed to help your perennial area. We'll see. Oh geez, like I said last year, this trail is so smooth. I just love it. Of course, no cars. Lots of cyclists. Last year I noticed a lot of trikes on this trail. Morning. And I must admit I am enamored with those things as I grow older and older. And I can see the day where I'm going to need one. Daggone think they're very expensive. If you get the E version, and I'd have to have the mountain bike type. They're like 10 grand. But hopefully that's years in my future. They'll be cheaper by the time I need one. Maybe a pipe dream, we'll see. Yesterday about a third of my ride was in the rain. I think we'll be more lucky today in that department. I forgot to turn my headset on. Trail crossing there. Morning. Get my tunes going here. What the hell is that? There we go. Morning. Coming up on a road crossing here. I better tend to that before I do anything else. Let's go with Buffett older. Newer. Let's do newer. I know you guys can't hear this, but I have some new headphones. They're bone mic headphones, so they don't cover my ears. Hey, good looking. Oops, I shouldn't be singing. This trail is quite enjoyable, especially early morning. Let's see, it's October 7th, I believe. No, it's the 8th. October 8th, 2025. That one came up quick. Yeah, like I was saying, October 8th, 2025. Air temp's about 75 degrees. Got any better, I don't know what I'd do. New saddle feels good so far. Of course, they always feel good until you get a few miles on them. If this saddle holds this comfort level, man, I'll be tickled to death with it. On your left. Man, we're cooking. Doing 20, 21, 22 mile an hour. 25 coming down that hill. Maybe I can make it all the way to 200. Trail fork showing another road coming up. I guess it was those crossings there. Yeah, I like this. Lots of little gentle rolling hills. In the harbor. Speed limit 20. Huh. Well, that's about what I cruise at. Doing 18 now. GPS shows 17. E-controller shows 19. It's usually 2 miles an hour faster than the GPS. I don't know which one's right. Don't care. Beautiful, beautiful. I know this is taken away from my mountain bike time, but this is really enjoyable. I'm seeing a lot more horse crossings than mountain bike trails crossings. I know there's like 3 or 4 designated horse trails in here. Yeah, I was saying that I had to change seat posts. Been trying to get a suspension seat post for this thing, but it's so old. Steel frame. It's got a 25.4 seat post on it. It's so small, no one makes a good suspension seat for it. So I've been buying those cheap $20 ones, and they ain't worth a crap. I'm on my second one now, and neither one of them work at all. The springs in them are so strong they never move. So anyhow, the seat post I had, which was the second one, wouldn't go in the frame far enough. I was about 10 millimeters shy of where it needs to be, and I think that's part of the perennial problem. Slow congestion. Oh, this is the bridge. We went under this yesterday going the other way. On the bike trail. Oh, we're making super good time. Should be easy to make it to 200. Of course, we're going more than twice as fast as I do on the mountain bike. No speeding up and slowing down for tight turns or tight trees. My region. Beautiful. Look at these big old oak trees. Big old farm. Farm or event center, I guess, for horses. Oceans, stars up in the sky. It's amazing how good you sound to yourself singing when you got earbuds in. There's so many hills on this trail. I'm in 6th gear a lot of times rather than 7th. Now I'm in 7th now. Yeah, I was saying I couldn't get that other seat post down far enough. And the reason is this old bike, being 40 years old, they didn't have a lot of size selections back then, and all of them were large. And of course, I'm only 5'8", I ride a medium. So consequently, that particular post wouldn't go down far enough. There's a road to the right up there. Guess we're going under another viaduct. This looks like the one I went under yesterday. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Picking up a headwind when we get out in the open. E-bikes love headwinds and hills. They just eat them up. What the fuck, Chuck? Looks like we go left here. Thank you, good morning. Coasting is fun. 7 miles in, the saddle still feels good. We'll see, it's usually 20 miles when it starts hurting on a gravel bike. Well, I sure wish I lived closer to this place. I'd ride it way more often. Look how beautiful this is. Big old oak trees. They've been here a long time. Now we're coming up on the land bridge now. That's the trail there is where I came out of yesterday. I'm going to stop up on the land bridge and adjust my phone so it doesn't keep shutting off on me. On your left.
Thank you.
That's I-75 looking north. Well, I don't know when the battery ran out on my GoPro, because I didn't hear it. I did hear some beeping a ways back, so I guess that was it. Anyway, I'm at 200. That's the road behind me. And apparently the Florida Trail crosses right here. There's a sign. And then there's a sign for the beginning of the paved area, saying if you have to wear a helmet if you're 16 or under. That flashy light over there is my bicycle. All they have here is a picnic table in the sun and a trash can. You know, you'd think they'd have a porta potty at least, but you know, I'm used to going in the woods. It says here, this is the end of the paved trail, and they do have plans to continue it on. There's mountain bike trail comes out right here. So I guess we'll continue from here. I'll pay closer attention to the beeping sound so I can change batteries, because I know the battery won't get us all the way back. So let me get going. Okay, here we are on the map, that blue dot. This is 200, so we're heading back. but me. All right. Heading back to Santos Trail Head. Let's see, it was 15.78 miles here. Well, a little bit less than that because I rode from the campground at the trailer. I don't know how much of my lifelong story I was telling you. I know I was talking about when I was in another lifetime racing motorcycles. You know, I rode motocross, mostly enduro and observed trials. And got pretty good. Those of you that haven't heard the story, I was number 2 master in the state in observed trials for 5 years running. Wife and I used to load up her pickup with her bike and mine, and we had a 19-foot travel trailer we'd pull. And every Friday night after work, we'd come home, load up everything, and head out. It was about a 3-hour drive down to a place called Croom off I-75 near Brooksville. And it's a huge area for just dirt bikes. Nothing else was allowed in there. I think the northern part of Croom, there was a bicycle area, but that didn't exist way back when. This was back in the early 70s. And anyway, 5 years running, number 2 master in the state. It's one fella, a little bit younger than me, that beat me every single year by 1 frigging point. Well, one of the 5 years he beat me by 2 points, but 1 point overall after like a dozen trials. And like I said before, the guy was just better than me. That's all there is to it. But you know, 3rd place behind us was like 50 points back. So anyway, I love doing that. Had to quit because of another frigging hernia operation. I think that was number 4. 3 or 4, I'm not sure. I've had 5. The last one was a double. So that's that story. This part of this trail west of I-75 is a little more open air. Doesn't have the dense woods that the other side of 75 has, and more hills, more steeper hills. The uphills are still gentle. I only had to go and pass 3 once or twice to get up them. Like this one here, look at the length of this thing. As far as you can see up there, this is all uphill. See what the Garmin says the grade is. It says it's a 6% grade. Pretty good uphill for Florida. Of course, we are in the middle of the state. I don't know where this battery cut out at, but I think for a while I'm just going to leave it in pass 3 because there's so many long uphills. Now we just started a long downhill. Speed limit 20. Well, I'm already doing 20. Got a headwind to boot. This is a pretty good uphill here too. Follow in my wake. Now we got a downhill. Coasting at 21 miles an hour. Beautiful. I love looking at the Spanish moss, but we've had some of that blow into our yard all of a sudden. From where, I don't know. And that crap is full of red bugs, chiggers. So I don't like it in my yard. I like looking at it in other people's yards. Long downhill here. Haven't had a single person come up on me. I guess I'm going pretty fast on this thing. With the lightning bolt. I see cars, so I know I'm coming up on a viaduct. I counted 4 of them. Between Santos and here. Barefoot children in the rain. I was going to say park, but I guess it's rain. Mountain bike trail there. Woo! Woo-hoo! Full of monkey shine, put on a bubble full of trouble in the summer sun. Beautiful. Yoo! My vote. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, mileage, 18.44 miles so far. Hey, some of these people talk to you, some of them just ignore you. I like to think the ones that ignore you have earbuds in. Although I know some of them are just freaking grouches. Life's too short to be like that. Bass drum, nope. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. Somewhere along in here I did hear some beeps and I didn't know what the hell it was. That was the battery dead on the GoPro. Oh well. I was just in a daze enjoying this day. Whoops. Long downhill. As far as you can see, downhill. One by one I fill you in. I promise. Right thing, you lose control. I got this bank of bad habits. I guess this was not a rail trail. Railroad tracks wouldn't have this many corners, huh? One by one I'll do you in. They're bound to take control. On your left. Thank you. Or drop back to pass 2 here. I think we're past those big grades. 2 more trikes. Get some Gatorade. Heart rate's at 106. Safely in zone 2. Let's see, we've been 20.5 miles. I'm getting a little perennial numbness, but not as bad as that other saddle. Not accountability. I was out riding this bike a week ago, and I got up to a little speed, like 25 miles an hour, and I started to get a unwanted wobble in the front end. I checked the head bearings, and yep, they needed adjusting. They were a little loose. So I adjusted them with just a little bit of tension on them, and I like it a lot better. I mean, instead of just swinging back and forth freely there, they got a, when you put the bike in the bike stand, the front wheel will stay where you put it. And it's taking out all that wobble. Makes the bike feel way more stable. I sure like this. I'm tempted to come down here every now and then, make a day trip just so I can ride this. It's so much fun. That time I went to San Francisco, it's north of Gainesville, northern Gainesville. Shoot, it was further than Santos. It was a full 2 hours driving. And the drive was fine going over, and the drive was fine coming back, except I was exhausted. After riding the mountain bike for a couple hours at San Francisco, I was wore out. The drive home was more than I wanted to do. Wait a minute. Horses. Is that where I came out of? Let's take a look, see here. Look on the map. Looks like I go straight on the map. New Year's. That's the trail I was on yesterday. Yeah, this is the right way. That's the trail I was on yesterday in the rain on my mountain bike. I wanted to go further on it. It was a whole lot of fun. It's more of a blue trail than green. But it started pouring down raining on me. So I turned around and went back. I only got in it like a mile and a half, I think. I didn't make it that far where it come out on this paved road. So it was between the land bridge and here. It looked like it wasn't too much further to get to the paved part. Of course, there's no shelter anyway. I did have my parka with me, but hell, the rain felt kind of good, so I just went with the flow. Turned around and rode back. I guess all in all, I did 23 miles, about a third of it was in the rain. Got a headwind going back. I guess I'll leave it and pass 3. Pretty good headwind. I'd say this saddle is doing better than my expensive one. This one was $75. The other one was $165. I would like it better on a mountain bike. This one's a little too wide for a mountain bike. On your left. Let's see, we're at 22.5 miles now. Be well over 30 today. I don't know why, every time I see somebody going the same way, I feel like I need to speed up and pass them. And I try not to be competitive. On your left. Thank you. wonder what that is. Looks like an old well. Here's a land bridge. This tourist town. Forever at the blue heaven rendezvous. Roman candles burning bright at both ends of the road where this story begins. That's Jimmy Buffett singing Blue Heaven Rendezvous. I don't know if y'all ever been to the Blue Heaven restaurant in Key West. Got them chickens running loose all through the thing. Great food. Kind of a one-of-a-kind atmosphere. It looks like somebody's house. I guess it was at one time. This song is more romantic than the restaurant, I'll tell you that. Don't know what they'd say. Accidental masquerades. Coming up on 25 miles. This is where I usually shift to path 3 for good anyway. For the rest of the ride, my legs get tired. 2 more days till my 77th birthday. This is that turn. I knew there was a left turn. I remember a right turn. I knew there was a turn somewhere. I thought it was the other side of the land bridge, but I was wrong. Glad I saw that sign. It said to Santos. We're gonna swing around and go through this viaduct I went through yesterday. This is part of Barnes South, up here on the right. I think it's a right turn. He'll cut back into the woods. Barnes South uses this part of the paved trail to get under that viaduct. I wish all these road crossings were like that. There you go. That's Barnes South right there. I guess it's a left turn. That's right, yeah, because you got to cross this trail cross right there. Okay. Let's see where we are on the map. We're kind of skirting the Florida Trail here, hiking trail. Yeah, I have to say this saddle's a lot better on the perennial than my other one. I got a touch of numbness, but just a touch. Smell honeysuckle. Count all your blessings, remember your dreams, Jimmy. So strange, what is distant I sees. Pretty piece of land over there. Hate to have to mow that field. Probably let the cows do it. Here's a guy with 800mm bars. He'd be up Schitt's Creek with them bars where I ride usually. All them narrow trees you gotta go through. Was his past. "26 1/3 miles so far." Another viaduct. That guy was flipping out on his tunes. Big downhill. Garmin showing big uphill now. Nope, that's my heart rate. side. Better way. Master plan. Caribbean music. Heart rate 110, very good. Whoa, turkey! Good Lord. That was a big old turkey. I think he had a beard, might have been a gobbler. Boy, that'll wake you up. Whew. It looked like a damn cow, it's so big. I'm glad he could haul ass because I didn't even make it to the brakes. Morning. Morning. Each one of us. You know, don't you know? This part of the Greenway Trail goes way away from the mountain bike section. It's running parallel to the Florida hiking trail. Ricochet. Gulf Coast of Pine Bay. And there's barometer soup is you. Being dangerous. Can you trust? Whew. Environmental terrorist. Get some Gatorade. Coming up on the road. Unclip one foot. Good thing too, there's a car coming. Station. Condition, they said. Gridiron Madonna. Down for his head. Dangerous. Who else can you trust? And all of us, environmental terrorist. St. Augustine. Orange Bowl Queen. Orange Bowl Queen. Can't steal the Orange Bowl Queen. Beautiful trail, beautiful. Another road. Good thing I saw him at the last minute, because that fucker wasn't stopping. Morning. Morning. Not too far from the trailhead. We're getting all these hikers and walkers now. Looks like about 5 minutes Got that real long uphill to do. I think it ends up a 5-degree grade. Coasting. I like the coast. From the air, all everywhere, differences for a while. Time is it? 11:13. Yep. Starting to ache a little bit. My pain pills run out at 11. And I'll wait till I get to the trailer. It ain't that much further. Looks like I've used about half of this battery. Gone 30.5 miles. That's about right. I figured I'd get 60 miles out of this battery. It's a big 800 milliampere hour. Watt hours rather. Legs getting a little tired. Got a headwind in the hill. Didn't have to downshift though. Yeah, I do. Garmin says this hill goes on. This may be the long one. I think last year when I rode this, I was down to 5 miles an hour on this hill. I don't know if it was this hill and whatever the big one is. Now I zip up it at 16 miles an hour. I'll tell you what, for an old man, this e-bike is a blessing. If you're interested in upgrading, good Lord, that asshole was smoking a cigarette while he was riding a bicycle. What a moron. Anyway, if you're interested in upgrading your bike, I can highly recommend this Tongxing torque sensing motor kit. It is excellent. Hi Joe, I think we're back. Check my YouTube channel. It's Captain Chip Owen. Uh-oh, I think I dropped the chain. No, didn't drop a chain, dropped my lock. Huh. Damn lock fell out. That's never happened before. Oh, come on, baby. This block is kind of cantankerous. There we go. Huh. Well, that's a new experience. Yep, that was a new one on me. Back wheel locked up tighter than I'll get out. Morning. Talk on the phone. Say long letter back a postcard from the heart. All right, we are back. 31.4 miles. Back at my humble abode here. Everything went fine except for this lock. Here, I'll show you. This lock here fell out of the holder and got caught down here. And that locked up that back wheel. And I guess it hit the chain too, because the chain was on a different sprocket. Anyway, you know, 100 yards from the end of a 30-mile trip and have to have something happen. Okay, so hope you enjoyed riding with Capt and Chip. So until next time.